Hi, I'm Aidy Cadell and I'm just going to introduce you to some of the new Sonia baits, barbel baits that have come out in the last few weeks. Perfect for you barbel lads. As you all know, I'm a barbel angler with many years experience, and I've had a lot of input into these baits to make sure that they're going to be as effective as possible for you. Let's start first of all with some basic feed for the barbel. Well, new barbel pellets that we've got in 2, 4, 6 and 8mm sizes. High fish meal content and a high oil content. They're going to break down quite slowly. You can use them just in a feeder with a little bit of ground bait, or you can soften them. Now, you know me, I like to soften mine with liquids, so I'll use all the different Sonia bait liquids, like F1's a great liquid, or the Monster Crab one. When we've got these barbel feed pellets, not everybody wants to put a lot of pellets in, so what you want is a carrier for them, and that's where the new barbel ground bait comes in. Crushed pellet, crushed hemp with a really strong meaty additive. So what we've got is something what will bind. It's quite sticky. We can use it just on its own to produce a flavour trail down the river, but we can pack the middle of the feeder if we want with some of these pellets. So that will be really good if you don't want to feed too much. You just want to attract the fish without feeding too much, because once this breaks down, there's very little food content in it, but a lot of attractants in it. If you want to feed a bit, then you can control how many of these pellets you put in. Let's talk about hook baits. Two different hook baits, two different sizes of the same hook bait. It's a barbel hook bait. It's a dumbbell shape. Two different sizes. I'll show you the different sizes on film. You can actually compare the two. They can be hair rigged, or they can be just put in a band. Strong meat flavour to them. That's the idea. They've got a slow breakdown. They're quite tough. They're going to resist small fish breaking them down, but you can see as well, they aren't that tough that you can't actually crush them up. Lots of fish oil, lots of meat flavour in there. Going to be a really good bait. Let's have a look at another little addition, and it's really a little bit of a cheat because it's not for the barbel range, but because it says carp on there, don't mean to say you ain't going to catch barbel on them. These are going to be very effective. What you've got there is an oil pellet, and it's just called carp flavour. But when you look at these pellets, they look quite fibrous. You get a free pack of stops with them as well. That's a point worth remembering. Already drilled, two different sizes, 14mm and 8mm. What I like about them is when you take the pack out, there's all different sizes in there, all different shapes in there. So perfect if you want to try just different baits. Look at that one. That's not a pellet, it's like a little funny little shape, but that's perfect. That's what you want. I'd use two different ones of them on a hook to fill the fish. They seem very fibrous, which is great for me because they'll take on flavour if I want them to, but the flavour of them on their own is really good. The 8mm size is good. I'm going to tell you a story now. The first time I ever used these pellets, within 5 minutes I'd caught a barbel. I put two 8mm on a hair rig and I had a barbel within 5 minutes. So I'm pretty hooked on this bait, and I think it's going to be a big bait for us this coming season. So look out for them in the shops. Now, if you want to boost the flavour of a bait, nothing better than the liquid lava. There's lots of flavours out already, but there's two new flavours worth looking at. One is a good old favourite of mine, and that's the Monster Crab. Have I picked the right one? Yeah, I picked the right one. That's the Monster Crab one. And that's a really strong fish flavour, and you can use that just to daub a little bit on. Go back to these, so you've got the barbel pellets, you can daub a little bit on them. But I think these as well, these new carp ones, with a little bit of this dragged across the top, it's just going to boost them incredibly. So give that a go at some point. And you guys who love luncheon meat, and we all know Barbel absolutely love luncheon meat, there is a new lava in luncheon meat as well. And again, that's going to be fantastic. Little piece of meat on the hook, big piece of meat on the hook if need be. Drag a piece of this across that, it's going to work. But also it'll work on your pellets and that as well. So good luck the coming season with these baits. I'm sure you guys are going to catch plenty of fish on them.